Long before maps could hold the universe, before names were given to the stars, there was a tribe called Kui. Kui was not a place in the way planets are placed. It was a star, vast and ancient, humming with a soft intelligence. From the glow of its core emerged beings not made of flesh or bone, but light itself. They were known as the Light Forces. Each life force shimmered with its own hue and rhythm, carrying the collective curiosity of the village. Their purpose was simple and endless: to travel, observe, and chart the unknown without disturbing it. They crossed galaxies the way they crossed oceans, leaving behind stars that acted as beacons. Not homes, not colonies, just markers. Silent little witnesses placed gently into the dark. Among them was Spark. Spark was smaller than most, a quick-moving flicker with a restless glow. Other Quis drifted around calm and poised, but Spark bursted around full of energy. Quis are part of the Exploration Star Tribe. Their tribe's missions is to chart out the universe. Quis are assigned missions that are given to them during tribal meetings. During one of those briefings, Spark hovered near the edge of the other Quis, listening intently as the elders spoke. An elder calls Spark forward from the crowd.
Spark, you are only able to come in proximity of the planets in the galaxies. You are not to explore them. That is not our mission.
Spark dimmed slightly as its glow folded inward. I know, Spark sighed. These words were familiar, and the rules were old. Observe only, never interfere. But curiosity does not fade when it's reminded to be quiet. It sharpens. Eventually, the tribe entrusted Spark with its first solo mission. It wasn't a grand mission, but it was the beginning. Accepting its mission, Spark takes off in full speed. As Spark traveled from galaxy to galaxy, it found itself slowing near clusters of stars, watching patterns unfold. It wondered how worlds learned to spin, how life decided to begin, how other beings looked up and wondered if they were alone. Spark was always curious about how other galaxies worked and the life forms that lived within them. The first part of the mission was to make its way to the Milky Way galaxy. While the Milky Way was already discovered, it was used as a checkpoint for other unexplored parts of neighboring galaxies. As Spark approached, the galaxy unfolded like a painted spiral, dense with stars and shadowed arms. It felt familiar, like a place many have passed through, but few have stayed. Spark's assignment was simple: update the checkpoint. Checkpoints are communication points for traveling light forces. When Spark arrived to the Milky Way galaxy, it replaced the checkpoint that was already existing with an updated version of communication and awaited further communication from the tribe. The star burned steady and white, a calm signal against the dark. Spark settled beside it, waiting. Spark notices its star is glowing blue. Each color has a different meaning for contact. It was communication, but it wasn't from the tribe. Blue was not a Qui signal. That communication was coming from Earth. Did someone see me set my star? Spark wondered. The thought sent ripples through its light. Earth was not on the mission's plan. Earth was one of those worlds where they were only meant to observe from afar. Spark's curiosity sparked. I know I'm not supposed to leave, but... The hesitation barely existed before the curiosity took over. Being the curious creature Spark was, it sent a little of its light energy in Earth's direction to investigate the signal. The journey was brief but intoxicating. The atmosphere wrapped around Spark's light like a whisper. descending from space's darkness into Earth's clouds. Peering into the night sky were fraternal twins, with their individual telescopes observing the birth of a star. They bursted with excitement from what they just witnessed. "Did you see that? Man, no one's gonna believe us when we tell them that we witnessed a star being born." Spark's light hovered unseen but stunned. Spark was able to hear the twins because the light in their eyes interacted with the star. It felt their familiar energy, but it was different. It felt warm, alive. "They did see me," Spark thought. I know I'm not supposed to communicate with them, but how often do I get to talk to Earthlings, let alone two? The rules echoed faintly, and the risk loomed, but the moment felt too rare to ignore. "I'll make it quick so they know I saw them too." Spark takes its light and begins to make the number 2 in the night sky. The shape forms slowly, deliberately, and glowing just long enough to be unmistakable. The twins, still gazing into the night sky, started freaking out in the best way possible. "Oh my God, the sky's talking to us!" Their excitement burst into movement as they scrambled to their feet, tripping over themselves. In disbelief, they run off to their parents to share their discoveries. Spark watched them leave, dancing with joy. "Yes!" The sound was barely a whisper, but it carried everything that Spark was feeling in that moment. Spark noticed the star was glowing with communication from the tribe. "Well, I'm off." Reluctantly, Spark pulls its light back from Earth, leaving the sky unchanged, as if nothing happened at all. Spark gets its coordinates and takes off to its next destination. As it vanished into the darkness and travels through the Milky Way, the twins shared their story, knowing that it would sound impossible, but somewhere between galaxies, Spark knew it left its little spark back on Earth. Knowing that, Spark shined just a little brighter than before. Thank you for listening, and if you like storytelling, please consider subscribing. Until next time.